So, yes, people, how are we? So, we are previewing the Crystal Palace game ahead of tomorrow night's game, basically. So, I hope you like the green screen at the minute. Don't worry, I will be getting a webcam soon, but it will be all good in the near future. But we've got Aidan once again showing off our YouTube page, which is an absolute stunning view to see. How are we doing, Aidan?
I'm doing well, mate. It's been a weird weekend, hasn't it? We're not seeing Everton, and I mean, I hate the Monday night footballs. I really do, because looking over the week, you're like, oh, this team's above them. It just puts more pressure on you to win the game.
You know what? I just want to go on a little rant about the Premier League. How disgusting it is, because we're not even playing a Saturday or a Sunday game this fucking month. We are playing 2 Monday nights and 2 Friday nights. Like, what's your thoughts on it? Because I think it's an absolute disgrace, and we've got a game in hand against Villa, and we don't even know when that's going to be played. So, what's your thoughts? That's probably going to be on a midweek or Monday night. It's absolute disgusting. But what's your thoughts?
Going on to the Aston Villa, I think it probably will be midweek. I hate playing Mondays because the players have more pressure. Then looking at it now, teams are above us with playing more games than us. But if we lose to Crystal Palace, it puts us in a shit position where I prefer to play on the weekend, because then it's just better. Do you know what I mean? And then they've not played more games than us and stuff. But yeah, it's shit, really.
So I just wanted to go on a rant about that, a little tiny rant about the Premier League. So ahead of the Palace game, I'm feeling confident because we've had a 2 weeks break, especially with the South American boys. But I just hope we turn up this time at Goodison Park, because we've been losing too many games at Goodison Park. We need to switch our form into 3 points if we are going to push for top 6, even top 4 still on, because Chelsea dropped points against Leeds and we've got absolutely battered by West Brom, which is an absolute mad one, 5-2 against West Brom at home. But we won 5-2 at home, so it's all good at the end of the day. So what's your thoughts going into this Palace game, and how do you think we will line up?
Going into this, I know we say in every live stream, every game's a big game now, and it is.
But every game in the Premier League, we've got 8 games. Every game, we need to take it one by one. It's massive. It is. But go ahead.
It was a big game, but now the fact that Chelsea have dropped points, Spurs were right behind us, and now they've dropped points. You've got Liverpool. I know we've got 2 games in hand on them, and they're giving it all. The fact that they're even saying, "Oh, we could finish above you now," like. A year ago, they were like top of the league, and now they're right next to us on our level. I'm like, nah. But I'm feeling confident because of 2 words: James Rodriguez. He's back, baby, and I can't wait. He's going to be pulling the strings. It's what we've been missing: a bit of creativity, I think with Charleston and Calvert-Lewin is probably going to score more goals now. Everyone's saying that they think Calvert-Lewin is going to score a hat-trick this week, and so do I. I really do. Kane. Do you think Calvert-Lewin will get top scorer? I don't think he will.
No.
I still think he'll get a few more goals, but yeah.
He'll get a few more goals for sure, but yeah. I just want to go on about Tottenham, by the way. I don't know why the actual fuck they think they're going to get top 4. For your bottle jobs. Like, they were losing 1-0, and then they brought it back to 2-1, which is fair play. And they bottled it, and they got absolutely battered in the second half by Newcastle fucking United FC.
Mate, it's absolutely mad. I know we lost to Newcastle, but you look at the position that Newcastle are in now. No Callum Wilson, no St. Maximin. They're in a poor position, and Spurs have just. I don't know what's going on. They've had Kane, they've got Son. It's just.
They benched Son and Bale for the game. Don't know what Jose thought about that, but yeah.
Typical Mourinho, just trying to rest them because they think they're going to easy win. But every Premier League game now, doesn't matter who you play, they're going to give you a game.
They're not even in the Europa League.
It's where are they in the league now, by the way? Are they above us?
I think they're like 5th or 6th.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's move on from that situation and let's talk about our predicted lineup. So. Do you want my predicted lineup, or should we start with yours?
No, go on. We'll go with yours first. Go on.
I'm going to have Olsen in goal. but I wouldn't mind Virginia. I'll have Lucas Steen, Michael Keane, Ben Godfrey, Allen, Scouse Perlo, Awobi. It's a difficult one. James, Richie, and Don.
What formation are you playing? Sorry.
4-4-2.
It's a good lineup. Do you want me to do mine?
Go on.
This is a weird one, isn't it? Because people are saying that Virginia's, it's looking decent for us, and it doesn't look like we're going to get. Would you take Olsen in the summer? Would you take him as backup? While
Donnarumma is out of contract, I really want him to join Everton. But the thing is, I think he's signing a new contract, but it's hard, it's a yes and no from me. But would you?
I mean, it's the situation with Pickford with Carlo. Does he want Pickford to still be number one? Does he want to bring someone else in? We don't know, but obviously, I think that's a snappy handoff if we got Donnarumma. We know the class that he is. He's only young. He looks quality, and all in all, I wouldn't get him. I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't get him. I mean, he started off really well at the club. Don't get me wrong, he's a good keeper, but I think going forward, maybe not.
Definitely, I totally agree with what you say. So what's your starting lineup then? Would you have Olsen or Virginia in goal? And just tell us overall what's your starting 11.
Okay, so I'd have Olsen in goal, personally only because I know Virginia's played the last few games, and to be fair, he's been fairly decent, but I think Olsen just gets the nod because of his experience. I know, he's played more games, I think.
He's had more Premier League experience, hasn't he?
He's only a young lad, Joe, and I think it's only right that Olsen starts. It's a bit of a controversial one, but I actually kind of want to start Coleman. And I know before you say Zaha. Now, Coleman started against Crystal Palace in the away game, didn't he?
Yeah.
And Coleman was great. So I want to start him now for them as well. Now, the centre-back's an interesting situation because there's all this about Koulibaly.
You've got to start Ben Godfrey.
I know Godfrey, slap bang, centre-back for me. Now
it's Yeri or Michael, isn't it?
It's Mina and Keane. Now, everyone rates Mina. I do too. But I rate Keane. You know that. I love Michael Keane.
Yeah.
And I think Michael Keane he didn't start the last game, did he, for Everton? The last game that we played.
No, Mina came in for the City game, didn't he?
I know. So that's why
he did really well.
Just going off that, I think Mina will start instead of Keane. So I think Keane will drop to the bench. But overall, it's a tough one between them two. Obviously, Digne at left back, he's not been fantastic for us, but overall, he's one of our most crucial players. So Digne left back. It's got to be Scouse Perlo. He's unbelievable. He's been great this season for us. All in all, he's really stepped up like many players have this season. I'm going to have Allen next to him. Hopefully, Allen gets back to his usual form himself, because over the last few games when he came back to injury, he wasn't obviously, at his best. But hopefully now, with the break and all, he's been able to catch up in training with all the other players that didn't go out on international duty, obviously because South America weren't playing. Hopefully, he's back to his best. Now, I'm gonna play a different formation to you. I'm gonna play 4-3-3. Not gonna play 4-4-2. I think I'm gonna go a bit more attacking. Carlo doesn't usually go for 4-3-3, but I think he might switch it up a little bit. But we'll have to wait and see. Or it'd be 4-5. 4-5-1. Either 4-3-3 or 4-5-1. So I've played James at Cam. Obviously, he's not played in a while. Just pulling the strings, really. It's what we've been lacking, hasn't it? Especially at home. Great chances wide, and I think he'll provide a lot for us.
I just want to say a big thank you for the 12 people who's currently on the live stream. Very much appreciated. I'll just answer this question: where do you think Aguero will be in the summer? I think he'll go to Atletico Madrid simply because it's his former club, and Luis Suarez is set to leave Atletico, so I think that will be his destination.
I think that too. So obviously James pulling the strings. Now, I know the Burnley game he played absolutely shite, and he's one of the shittest players on the pitch.
Mate, personally, sorry, but I do not want to see Andre Gomez, Mason Holgate or Coleman in this lineup.
I know. I only want Coleman in because it's just Coleman, and I just think that personally, I don't want to. Everyone goes off Ben Godfrey being great at right back. I think he will be too, but I want him in centre back. I want him in centre back. Mina as well, because I think he'll be battling. I think him and Benteke would be a good battle. Coleman.
Yeah.
Now, going back to right wing. Now, I think you already know who I'm going to say, Alex Iwobi. Now, he didn't play well against Burnley, but we've seen him this season, especially that Wolves game. If he plays like he did when he played against Wolves, he'd be great. He'd be great for us. So I play him on the right, Richarlison on the left, and then the main man Calvert-Lewin up top, because he did great against them last time, and I think he'll do it again, really.
Yeah. And Lenny just says there, starting Coleman will be a massive risk because they'll be knackered after playing 3 consecutive games for Ireland.
He will be, but you look at it as well. Maybe start Keane, but what about Godfrey? He played all the games for England. Yes, I know Godfrey's much younger, but still, I just think.
And he also, to be fair, I think he'll be back, no doubt about it. And he had a late fitness test, which failed, of course. Remember, with Tom Davis midweek.
Yeah, so.
Yeah,
and I know everyone's saying that Coleman's not been great this season. I mean, the last few games he's not been great. But has Alex Iwobi been great? No, he hasn't. But we hope that he plays well like he usually does.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously in Nigeria, remember when we were talking about it, saying I might be able to play my actual position. Well, if he plays right wing, you're going to play your natural position. Let's see how you get on there. And obviously, I mean, the rest is self-explanatory. Calvert-Lewin up top and Richarlison. I mean, it's as simple as that, isn't it? For the
yeah. So you've gone with Alex Iwobi. I'm guessing you're going to have James in the middle.
Yeah, Hammers at camp.
Yeah. Who's on the left?
Richie.
Dom up top, yeah.
Yeah, Richie was great against them.
You know what, though? He has. I think he scored his last 3 against Palace. Something like that. I think
he performed really well against Palace. Remember that home game? That finish was amazing.
Right.
He scored was it a penalty when we last played him?
He scored the penalty, and then he scored that goal at Goodison Park, which he ran absolute riots that season. So, it's Christ. So, yeah. So, that's your predicted 11. I've done my predicted 11. So, how do you think Palace will line up? Because obviously, Eze's been in the England squad, and he'll be exactly the same as Ben Godfrey and Tom Davis. Do you think Palace will be a threat?
They will be a threat, definitely. I mean, you look at it, Wilfried Zaha, he's the biggest threat on the pitch. You know, doesn't matter. The fact is, without Wilfried Zaha, we've seen it with Crystal Palace. Without Wilfried Zaha, I don't know what the stat is, but it's a really mad stat. It's like without Wilfried Zaha, they've only won 1 in their last 8 or something like that. Something mad like that anyway. And Zaha is the biggest threat. I mean, do you remember down the line when we wanted him? To be personally, yes, he'd get in the team. He'd get in the team over Iwobi, but it's the price tag they wanted him for. And now he's getting on. I wouldn't have him myself, but because it was but he's
guess who I really want?
Go on. Rafinha, mate, definitely.
I don't think he'll come, but mate, I'd love him.
Mate, he'd be boss, wouldn't he? He looks so good and he fits. He's just unbelievable. I think
South Colombian FC. Not South Colombian, South American FC. Come on.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Our teams like Yerry Mina, Alan, Richarlison. It's just
Andre Gomez, Richarlison, James.
Martinez if he comes in as well. Do you know what I mean? Mate, he's going to be South American, mate. Half of their fans are going to support Everton. Not going to lie. Do you know what I mean?
Mate, our Everton social media platforms will go right up. Look at James. Look how many followers he's got. It's mental. So, wow, Brighton have scored, says Jaden right there. So, Brighton are 1-0 up against Man United. Jesus, I need to put the game on in a second, but wow.
Mate, there's been some mad score lines this week, hasn't it, in the Premier League?
Here's a question for both of us. Who do you think will be the first signing of the summer? Personally, I think it'll be Max Allen's, and I hope it goes I hope we just complete it like that. Who do you want your first signing to be?
Straight away, I mean, it's the number one. It's the number one target for us in the summer, right back, and we're calling out for one. I know I said Coleman for the starting 11, and I know it's a controversial one. I just think, why not? I think he played well against them last time.
Sorry, I just have to put the United game on for actually winning 1-0.
I was just saying Max Aarons as well. I mean, I know I picked Coleman in my starting 11, and I know it's a bit of a controversial one, but Max Aarons is a must-needed player. We need to get him in straight away. I think Norwich will come up, which is going to be much harder to get him in. But I think we'll pay whatever we have to pay for him. Personally, would you pay up to 50 million for him?
Who?
Max Aarons. How much would you pay for him? I pay 35.
Maximum 40.
Yeah, I was saying that too. But if they asked for 50, would you accept it?
Yeah,
I would too. I think I've noticed with nowadays market, there's not really them right backs is a bit off this nowadays. Have you noticed that as well? So there's only really a handful that I want, either him or Lamptey. Personally, Max Aarons, but Lamptey wouldn't be too bad either, to be honest. But
yeah, defo. So what's your score predictions ahead of this Crystal Palace game?
You know what? I'm going to go a bit out. Well, not really a bit out there, but I think there'll be goals. I'm going to go 3-1 Everton.
Like last time?
Yeah, like last time.
It was the goal scorers. Come on. Got to be Richarlison in there, surely.
I mean, we just spoke about it just before. His stats against Palace are great. So I'd probably say Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin, and I'm hoping for a James screamer. I want James to score an absolute rocket. Yeah. I'm crying out for Ben Godfrey to score though as well. I'm crying out for Ben Godfrey, but James, Richarlison, and Calvert-Lewin. What's your score prediction?
I'm going. You see, we're awful at home, but I think the 2 weeks will help us in a way. I'm going to go 2-1 Everton or 1-1. But I'm positive. Lad, if we win, we've got a game in hand, we'll be near enough top 4, and we're back in the top 4 race, so.
I'll be honest with you, now I'm not really expecting top 4. I'll be honest with you, I'm not. I mean,
Chelsea will pick up their form back. They will.
And City's going to be one of them ones. It's either going to screw our season up or what? Because last game of season, City, it's going to be one of them, innit? You know, if we don't win that game, will we maybe not get Europe?
That's interesting. If we don't win, we don't get Europe.
Personally, yeah.
This game could decide, because this is the beginning of April, isn't it? Of our games, and we've got 8 games left. It'll be 7 after this game. So if you look at it, we've got City, Tottenham, Arsenal, bang. We've got 3 games left, 4 games after Tottenham, Arsenal, and City.
I'll be honest with you, I'm confident on our day. We've done it in the FA Cup.
We'll beat Tottenham. I think we'll beat Tottenham and Arsenal personally, because 1, we're good away, and 2, I think Tottenham will just fucking bottle jobs.
And we know what Aston Villa. We know what Arsenal are like as well. They're not in the best of form. Both teams aren't in the best of forms. We play on our day. We can beat anyone other than City, maybe. Other than City, because we know what City are like.
We've got 10 games left. Shit, we haven't all. My mistake. I didn't know we had that many games left. This is why we haven't even played in ages, you see.
And the other teams are on 29 now, aren't they? So that's
we'll be on 29. Most of the teams are on 30.
Yeah, that's probably why we got mixed up then, isn't it? Because Premier League amount of games. Mate, that Aston Villa game should have been played ages ago by now. I'm sorry. When was it supposed to be played? It's a joke, literally. It's like they can't be arsed.
The organisation, what goes into it, fucking hell, Lewis Dunk nearly fucking scored a header. But yeah.
Also, going on to I know we're going a bit off topic here, but Brighton is Man United's bogey team, isn't it? Over the past few years, they've been beating them. So, I mean, United are defo top 4, so I'm not really asked if they win or lose, but, yeah.
Yeah, they've got it in the bag, haven't they? Leicester, I think they've got it in the bag because Barnes and Maddison is back. So, I think Chelsea will pick up their form. Let me just have a look at the fixtures, going off topic. Sorry about this, guys.
I think for top 4, it's going to be us, Chelsea and West Ham. I really do think so. For some reason, I just can't see. I can see Chelsea just from now on till the end of the season just being very consistent, winning most of their games.
Here's Chelsea's Premier League matches: Palace away, Brighton at home, West Ham at home.
Oh, West Ham. That's going to be good for us. West Ham. That's big.
Fulham at home, City away, Arsenal at home, Leicester at home, and Villa away on the final day. So, if we win, this is massive. It's massive.
Mate, it's going to be us, Chelsea and West Ham. Sorry, Tottenham fans, but I'm sorry. I don't know what Jose Mourinho. I don't know what's going on. I think he'll get sacked at the end of the season. I really do. I'm sorry, Spurs.
Yeah, defo.
He's not doing a good job.
Yeah, defo. So we'll go into the live comments just for now. Yes, Nathan. 2 minutes, 1 minute, waiting for Everton now. Yes, mate. How are we doing? Jack Jones says, all right, Jack, mate. 10 games left, lads. Yeah. Where do you think we'll go out? I think Atletico Madrid. Andy says, we're shit at home. I'll go 5 at the back. Coleman, Dean, wing backs. Midfield, Alan Davis, and James and DCL and Richie. Personally, I wouldn't go with 5 at the back because we're awful. And I think we're too negative, and we're always negative starting a game of footy every time we play 5 at the back. Nathan says up the fucking Toffees is right. Nathan, Lenny, yeah. Darren, go on, Aidan.
No, nothing. I was not saying anything, lad.
Yeah, go ahead. Chris says, I think Gomez needs. I think Gomez has to start and need big presence in the centre mid because Palisat's strong there. Good point. But I just don't think he shouldn't start either way. Graham Potter is an underrated manager. Could say that. 30 million is too much for Aaron's, nowhere near as good as Godfrey. Well,
I think Godfrey's going to be playing centre back though. When you think about it, we're going to be playing Aaron's at right back. So maybe I'd still in nowadays market I'd pay 30 million for him. He's only young, you know. It's what you expect, and it's Norwich as well. They're gonna ask for a lot, especially with them coming up as well. They need him. He's a big player for them. He's a major player for them, and they're going to try to keep him as much as they can. I think it's going to be another Crystal Palace situation with Zaha. Yeah. But really, this is a must-need more than Zaha, so we're probably going to have to pay it, whatever they ask for. You know what I mean? And the United want him, but I don't think he'll go to United because you won't get Wan-Bissaka. So I think we will get him, but it just depends on the price tag and stuff. But I think the personal terms and stuff like that, I think are all sound. It's just the actual deal itself with how much that we need to pay for.
So, guys, we will wrap the video / live stream up right there. Sorry about all the glitching out with me hair and all that. We will be getting a webcam soon. My hair looks an absolute disgrace because it's glitching out. But hey, hopefully you enjoy this live stream. Any last words, Aidan?
Nothing really. Just hopefully we get the 3 points. We'll be on the watch along, won't we? So make sure you tune in. And
tell me and everyone keen around.
Happy Easter. Happy Easter as well, everyone.
Happy. Yes, it's right.
Hope you had a good one, lads.
Right. We'll see you later. Up the Toffees. Make sure you tune in for our watch along for tomorrow night's game against Crystal Palace. Up the Toffees. Come ahead.
UTFT. See you later, lads.
Come on.